My name's Vic J. Kuma. I'm the General Manager of Metropolitan Services at Anglicare.
David Frost, I'm the Service Manager for the Student Wellbeing Services.
My name is Bronwyn, I work for Thread Together.
I'm Michelle, I work for the Yes Housing team with Anglicare WA.
What I love about the role is the ability to listen and hear people when they're not at their best.
What don't I love about the role? I love that every single day we get to help people find a little bit of confidence back, a little bit of themselves.
I just love connecting with people, with young people in particular. I love learning their personal stories. I love learning about their triumphs, their challenges, and from there supporting them to identify what their goals are, personal goals, big, small, dreams, and helping them to achieve them.
And what makes you want to make a difference each and every day here?
I think we're pretty privileged to be in a space where we can help people break cycles. I think sometimes it's really helpful to have someone who cares that's outside of your circle. And your ability to scaffold people and help them be better versions of themselves is really rewarding. And I get to see that every day when I travel across our sites.
There's a deep desire that I have working in community services or social services that we want to help and we want to make changes of what we see in society. So knowing that I'm a part of something that can do that in a very direct way for young people in schools and by extension to their families as well is it's a meaningful work that I can see tangible results pretty much on a daily basis. So that helps me get up and get going in the morning.
You'll be very surprised what you can learn from someone who you wouldn't normally speak with or connect with. I'm forever amazed and inspired by what a 15-year-old single mother can tell me, that I haven't learned in my own life yet at 36 years old. So I'm forever motivated and inspired by their stories and just who they are. I love it.
Any particular moments or memories where you've been able to make a massive difference in someone's life that comes to mind?
The ones that I go back to all the time are just the small moments, the small interactions and connections. I was reflecting on a conversation I had with a young mother who phoned me the day after she was in the middle of making a really difficult decision. And she said in the moment she just stood back and thought to herself, what would Michelle say or do in this moment? And I felt so honoured that what I had said to her over a period of 4 years, not just a day, she was able to sit back and think, what would that person who randomly came into my life to support me say or do? And she ended up making a positive decision that was solely hers, but I had that small impact on her decision making.
Another organisation reached out and had said, hey, we have these refurbished corporate laptops that we are giving away to families and kids in need. One particular experience of a young student and their family was the student is actually terminal and they're still going to be going to high school next year, so they needed that equipment. It was part of their education needs. Because they're terminal, going through all the kind of medical bills and everything, just the fact that the mum essentially broke down in tears when the SWO or the student wellbeing officer said this is for free. And that doesn't always happen, but the fact that we could say, here's what we've got, this is a student and a family in need, is pretty worthwhile for me.
Yesterday we had a man come in and he was a big guy, and he was like, no, you won't have anything for me. And I'm like, just give me a sec. And we found stuff for him that he absolutely loved. He came away with 2 new pairs of shoes. He looked flash leaving. He had a pair of jeans. He had button-up tops. And we try and make sure that we're inclusive as possible. So even though he was a big guy, I was finding things for him that he was like, oh no, that's too big.
We're just so purposeful and meaningful in our practice. Our morals, our values all align. Everyone is so purpose-driven.
Anglicare is amazing. I love it. It's a shameless plug. I love the work that we do, and I love that we can just help so many different people.
No, I'm just quite grateful to be surrounded by, I reckon, the smartest bunch of do-gooders in Perth, and that often gives me a lot of energy because I know that where there are challenges, our people really put their minds to it, and their head and heart is in the work, and that allow us to have some really solid outcomes wherever we are.